Welcome everybody to Sasha and Goff. Live recorded. I'm Sasha.
I'm Goff.
I've got a squeaky chair and you can probably hear it very well. Welcome to the show, everybody. Goff, Labor Day was last week. You partied very hard. How did it go?
Not too bad. I had a lot of drafts, which I'll talk about in a little bit.
Football
drafts, yes.
Okay.
A lot of draft dodging as well.
Oh, Bone Spurs.
Yeah.
Johnny Bone Spurs over here.
Yeah.
Excellent. Labor Day is fun because you get a day off of work, right?
I do.
Very
Yeah,
good.
Labor Day, though, also signifies the end of, like, public pools. So that kind of is like the, like summer is coming to an end.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic, though, right? The weather?
Oh.
About time.
Can it get any better?
No.
It cannot. I didn't know if you wanted me to say the weather was good or bad, so I'm just leaving it out there.
No, I think it's great.
Yeah, it's great. It's like 73 every day.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Perfect.
No more 90s. Beautiful.
We don't have time for that anymore.
We went to a Labor Day fest this past weekend, and it's in Schaumburg September Fest.
Okay.
And it's just so much better than a summer fest.
Oh, yeah.
Because the weather is like how it should be, and you're not just sweating buckets of balls. You sweat buckets of balls, or just you sweat balls? How do you
Gallons.
do it? It's crazy. And so it's nice. You're like walking around and things are good. You're like, oh, I'm going to have some boiled chips. Where's those boiled chips?
Yeah.
Those are my top 3.
You didn't bring me any boiled chips, by the
We
way.
ate all of the boiled chips. I'm sorry. My hands, you can see they're burning red.
So since we're at the end of August, have they gotten to the point yet where they're rolling out like the cider type stuff? And
Today's actually like September 7th
okay.
or 8th or something.
Well, end of August is close to beginning of September, right?
What was the question?
Have they started rolling out like the fall type stuff, like ciders and the apple donuts? And all
Not
that
yet.
fun stuff?
I think that's for like Oktoberfests
Yeah.
and that kind of thing, or maybe later Septemberfests, but not at Schaumburg. Schaumburg, by the way, they used to have great bands too, like Eddie Money,
Yeah.
Everclear. That's really it.
So what do you get now?
A guy who used to be in Cinderella,
Okay.
and a guy who was in Chicago. But
Okay.
like at this point, like 11% of the Illinois population has been in the band Chicago. There's so many
Yeah.
people who have played in Chicago. And then there's like a Van Halen cover band called Van Walen.
Okay, that's good.
It's pretty solid. And then
If
like
it's a family with everyone's last name Whalen, that'd be wonderful.
It's true.
Even better,
It's
but-
true. And then there was like a Foo Fighters experience band, but no Eddie Money. I mean, I know he's dead, but like, can we get a hologram Eddie Money?
Yeah.
We can do it for anybody else, but we can't do it for Eddie Money.
No.
But
Well,
anyway,
we could, with hologramma, we can definitely branch out.
yeah, hologramma music,
Hologramma music.
hollaback girl,
Okay,
no doubt.
good stuff.
See what we did. Anyway, this week's episode we're going to be doing top 3 Jean Claude Van Damme movies. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say this is going to be a pretty quick episode.
I think it will.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
We talked about it before when we were making our list. It's like, I haven't watched a Van Damme movie. And so I was very excited to do this because I think I'm excited about 2 of mine
Okay.
that I actually want to talk about. And then the other ones are like, I just kind of threw a dart for the third one.
I feel like I probably went the way that a lot of people go or close to it.
Yeah.
But I do feel like if you ask me any questions about certain movies, I'm going to be like, yeah, I've seen it 100 times. And you're going to be like, remember the guy? Well, remember when this happened? And I'm going to be like, I
Nope.
don't. I couldn't
Did
tell
that
you.
happen in Time Cop? Nope, that was Lionheart.
Yeah,
I thought
exactly.
It was Hard Target.
Exactly.
Yep.
Either way, still fun.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the GIF, however I figure that out.
That's probably going to be awesome.
Yeah, the JPEG, not the GIF.
Yeah.
GIF, I don't have that technology.
Mm.
But yeah, it should be fun here. What else? If you have any topics that you want us to do, top 3 Seagal movies, Katie
I don't think
Seagal
I could-
movies.
She's in Pitch Perfect too, which I watched recently.
Okay, that's my number 1.
That's
Excellent.
my number 1 too.
Just send us an email if you want, sasaandgoff@gmail.com. You can reach us via phone, 727-266-6469. That's specifically if you want to make fun of Goff. I'm going to also play
Bring
a little
it.
game here. Caller 5 to the hotline. The phone number is right down here if you're watching on YouTube. Caller 5, you leave us a topic and say something funny. And if you are the 5th caller,
Okay.
I'm buying you a T-shirt of your choice.
Woo! Well,
Free
why don't we
t-shirt.
say, too, if they have a topic, that is the topic we will do
That week?
more recent, whenever we get the...
Okay, yeah, that's perfect. Because it's probably going to take a long time for us to get 5 callers
Yeah.
on the thing. It might be months before
This could also
happens.
be the worst thing you've ever done.
It could be, yeah. Shug, just, I'm going to throw this out here. Leave 5 voicemails. Just leave 5 voicemails, and I will buy you a shirt. But you got to give us a topic for every one. Or leave the same voicemail 5 times with the same topic.
That's interesting.
You know what I mean? Like, there's ways to hack this system. But either way, we're going to do it. Caller 5 to the hotline.
Okay.
Free shirt
So
headed
you got to
your
monitor
direction.
that then.
Yeah, I'll monitor.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
Love that. sasaandgoffmerch.com if you feel like checking out our shirts or buying them. By the way, sashamerch.com has also dropped.
Okay.
100%. Go to it right now. You got your phone?
I do.
Let's head over to sashamerch.com because we got deals. We got deals, and we're wheeling and dealing is what I'm trying to say. One of my friends asked me, he said, how do you keep your T-shirt prices so low? I said, because it is our promise that we are going to be the single lowest price T-shirts in the history of podcasting, unless somebody obviously does it lower. But I've never seen it lower before.
Ooh.
They were asking. Oh, well, how do I get a soft shirt? Hey, on sashamerch.com, 9 of the 10 products are soft shirts,
Oh, yeah.
so you don't have to pay extra for it like you do if you go to Pro Wrestling Tees
Yeah.
or some other company for it. But I just dropped a brand new shirt, a shirt that is 25 years in the making. Are you looking at it?
I'm looking at, well,
The top 2.
yeah.
The Egg Roll Willie shirts.
Yes,
That is right.
back.
If you
We're back.
have ever wanted
Pink, too.
an Egg Roll Willie shirt. Now, the pink shirts are heavy cotton. If you want a pink shirt, you got to sweat in it.
Yeah.
The other colors, it's a thinner shirt and whatever.
Well, there's pink and then there's like salmon.
Yeah. Pink
but-
and salmon. Those are the heavy ones.
Yeah.
And then the other ones where you have a bunch of different colors. But it's got a little chest logo, because I like the chest logo.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Do you like the center logo better? Because I'll start doing more of those.
I like the center one, but I like it about this. I'm not at, like, this one's fine,
full?
but like,
You like the
yeah, like
top?
when Hot Topic started making all those like graphic tees that are from here to here, and
You know, I've been having difficulty making like these higher quality images, and so I'm like, well, if you make it on the pocket, it doesn't have to be that high quality
That's
because
true.
it's just over here. But yeah, if you want an Egg Roll Willie shirt, it's not as racist as you think it is.
Yeah.
Egg Roll Willie T-shirt available at sashamerch.com.
Yeah, I have 3 of these, just different versions of them.
That's-
Actually, you know what? And I'm sorry to
Get your
to
Huevos
mention
de
this.
Oro, get
Yeah.
your 1 Minute Records, get your Billy Joe Travis t-shirts. If you weren't at the Billy Joe Travis, you can get shirts that are, I still have to get them for everybody for this
Oh, yeah,
year's
you
thing.
do.
But yeah, they are all available if you want them on there. So
But no, that's awesome, man.
yeah,
Good stuff.
I am now anxiously awaiting goffmerch.com
Oh shit.
because I want to see what you would put as
Okay.
shirts. You know
We're
what I
just
mean?
gonna compete against each other. No one will buy any of the stuff for the show. It's just gonna be.
You know,
Fuck
I'm going to put
Sasha.
the I Hate Goff shirts
There you go.
on sashamerch.com.
All right. That's how.
No, I mean, I couldn't put Egg Roll Willie merch on this. I guess I
Yeah.
could have. I don't know. We'll discuss it.
Okay,
off.
okay.
This is the last podcast. You're disgusted.
Yeah, I am so upset. Right? No, of course not.
Well, let me say this. We went to Labor Day Fest, and I thought of you because I often think about you. And
Most people do.
when I was there, I saw a coffee cake guy, and it's called Dave's Coffee Cake. And so I brought
Yes.
coffee
I've had 2
cake.
pieces already. It's wonderful.
Excellent. I'm gonna try some, and shout out to Dave's Coffee Cakes in the Illinois.
I
area.
got. Speaking of, well, you know, pastries. Obviously, I love my cheese Danish. I don't do it anymore. Can't. Yeah. So over the summer, I was working an hour earlier, and I would go out of my way to get to that 7-Eleven to buy the cheese Danish. Now I'm back to my normal time. Just 1 hour later, they're completely wiped out. And the guy like refuses to buy more or order more than like 3.
Unbelievable.
Knowing that I come in every day, so I've stopped going. So it's like I just go to a
Wow.
different 7-Eleven and I get like a regular donut. It's very depressing.
That is
But it's just
disappointing.
the guy, like he told me before, and he's just like, I only ordered because one time I ordered this many and no one ate any of them. And it's just like, well, that one time, but every other day within like matter of minutes, they're all gone. So
Society is crumbling before us.
It is crumbling.
Well, crumbly like this coffee cake. So I hope you at least enjoy this.
good stuff.
What else? Okay, I have a rank 'em for you. We haven't done this in a while, where I pick 4 things
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
and you rank them. I think this is a pretty good one.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you to rank them, and then I'm gonna have a follow-up question on the 4 that might change your answer,
Okay.
or we'll see where it goes. So,
All right.
rank them. Number 4 to number 1, favorite to least favorite, obviously. Movies, TV shows, music, or live music comedy theater, like a live event. Whereas the music part is just recorded music. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
All right. So, for me, number 4 is pretty easy. Is movies.
Okay.
I don't watch movies. I'm getting better at them, but it's still not my cup of tea.
Okay.
Number 3 for me. This is where it gets very difficult. I'm going TV shows. I love TV shows. I love sitcoms. I'm a big sitcom guy, and I'm leaving it at number 3.
Okay.
Number 2 for me, live shows,
Yeah.
music, comedy, all that kind of stuff. And number 1 is just music in general. And the question that I then have for you after the list is, if you can only have one of these for the rest of your life, what is it? And is it the same as your number 1 or not? Because it's like a different way of looking at the 4. So,
All right, so quickly, my last one. I put live music just because I'm going now. I just don't see it anymore,
Yeah.
so I just don't really. Anyway, number 3, TV. Number 2, movies, and then number 1, music.
So
yeah,
music.
like you said. So music, I think, would be that one if I had to.
So if you can't watch any movies, you can't watch TV,
Yeah.
you can't go to any concerts. It's just you got to have the music with you in a 2007 iPod,
Yeah,
blasting in your ears.
that works for me.
And that's
Just having it going. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I thought it might be a little harder for you with the movies
No,
aspect of
I mean
it.
that's 100. It's a very
Yeah.
hard one, but I kind of thought of that quickly. It's like you can always have music in your ear,
That's
know,
true.
and it's just like I mean, yeah, you could.
I guess technically you could listen to movies or like
Yeah.
watch them.
No,
on your
you
phone
could.
or
I
something,
mean,
but
music is just it's one of those things we talk about it all the time. How we air drum, we play, and I mean it's incredible. But there's certain times where it's like I don't even give a shit if anyone's watching right now. Let them, like how much
forget
I'm
that.
jamming away. So
all right, sounds good. That's all I got for you this week. Anything interesting happening in your neck of the nape?
a little bit actually. I talked about football about 5 minutes ago. So. I did the draft with producer Tony in the Guillotine League, which he called us out for, so hopefully I can represent us well. We had that draft yesterday at 10 a.m., which was interesting because I haven't drafted in a league that big in a while. There was 15 teams. If you're not watching on the YouTube, please do and zoom in on Sasha's face right now. Anyway, I was picked 14 out of 15, so I know it's been a while for you, but like snake drafts after you pick your guys. I was cleaning my house in between doing this draft because I think the fact that it was 10 a.m., a lot of guys either weren't there or they were having problems because so many of them went the full 2 minutes. And then, so it was just like, it is what it is. But I'm pretty happy with, I will say, our team because I'm representing us. But I wanted to run a couple things by you here. Okay? So what I wanted to do, and I think I erased all these. How embarrassing. There it is. Okay. What I wanted to do with this league is so this week my team name, it's a clever one, is Jack Goff. Okay? Jack Goff. So I was thinking for the rest of the league, for the rest of the weeks, if I don't get eliminated after the first week, I want to have a different team name with the word Goff in there. So
Okay.
different plays on words.
I like it.
So what I got so far, you let me know if you like any of these, and also I need your help with like 10 more. Hopefully I get to week 16. Okay, Goff with their heads.
Yeah, that's
good.
That's the only one that I thought of immediately.
Going off. Obviously that's my whatnot name, and I think it's a cool name. Going off. Okay. David Hasselhoff.
That was just that was my next one.
Yep.
Son of a.
You just start going through the alphabet thinking of off.
Yeah, I only know 4 words and 3 of them are Hasselhoff.
All right, you're not going to know this one because it's Star Wars, but whoever does. Grand Goff Tarkin. There's a Grand Moff Tarkin. All right. We're Goff to see the wizard.
All right, I don't like it.
Goffy Talk.
That's nice.
Goffy Talk. I got to say it like that. Goff, the top of my head, right? That's the way you say it too. Fug off.
Hey,
Fuck off.
That's a
Right,
winner.
that's a good one.
That's a winner. I think you got to do that week 2 because there might not be a week 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I also had actually I'm doing 2 different leagues, and I'm going to do this in the other one. Turn your head and Goff.
Yeah, that's
a good one, right?
Solid.
Yeah, and then the final one is Jared Goff.
That's a player.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Also a team name.
You know, I would love to add to this and give you anything.
Yeah.
I don't think I can. You hit 3 of them that I would have done, and Fug Off is.
You like that one?
Yeah.
That's what I've always thought of, like a clever way if I could name my kid just like Fuh.
Well, if you
Fuck off.
open up a pho restaurant, you know what pho is?
Oh. Is it called? I think it's
pronounced
called
pho.
You're right. No, I think it's actually called Fuh. So I think that would work.
Fug off.
Yeah. You're PHO, correct?
Yeah.
What we're talking about?
Yeah.
There you go.
So it's pronounced that way, but it's
yeah.
spelled the food. So that you could open up a restaurant today, is all I'm saying.
Patent pending.
Book it.
Do it.
Holla fa.
Awesome. Did I have anything? Oh, I wanted to ask you, what's your take on chicken Kiev? Do you like chicken Kiev?
Yeah.
We had it for dinner the other night, and it was one of those things, Joni's like, yeah, you know, like, it's good to have in a bind. I'm like, or if you fucking want delicious food, I love chicken Kiev.
What does she mean in a bind?
I think because they were just in the
It's
freezer.
like a frozen
Yeah,
thing.
so I mean
Okay.
they heat up, you know, like whatever, just like in a pinch, and it's like no chicken, no freaking pot pie is like in a pinch, or pizza rolls or whatever. But you got to respect the chicken Kiev.
Yeah, I no, absolutely. Chicken Kiev. I haven't had it in so long. You just brought it up, and I'm like, I'm gonna
Hell yeah.
get some chicken Kiev in this
I
house.
think I had like 3 the other night. They were like so little, but they're delicious. And then the last thing, just because we talk about the McDonald's app all the time, I got another app for you. Do you ever use the Jet Bright app? The car wash
Jet
ones?
I've never washed my car in my life.
Okay. Well, anyway, I've gotten 2 free car washes.
Oh,
like,
yeah, you were talking about this.
It's awesome because, I mean, there's just Jet Bright. Obviously, they're popping up everywhere now. Car washes are the new Walgreens and Starbucks. They're on every corner. But, yeah, there's just like a little like spin to win game on there. And, like, I have not spent a dime at Jet Bright, but I've gotten 2 free car washes, and it's awesome. Like, they have, as far as information, they have, like, my license plate number, but I think that's just so it scans easier when I pull up. But, yeah, so the Jet Bright app, if you like free car washes, it's pretty dope.
Pants Goff, Dance Golf?
That's a pretty good one.
I don't think it's
I mean, it doesn't
work.
flow well,
it doesn't
but...
work. Look, I'm gonna think of one. Maybe by the end of the show, we'll see. But I doubt
did
it.
have another one I forgot. But anyway, thumbs up, thumbs down?
Your pants, Goff, and jacket? No.
You think about it.
Pants, Goff, and jacket. That doesn't work at all.
No.
No, I'm going to think about it while I eat more of this coffee cake.
All right, well, I'll do my thumbs up. This was a thumbs up, and I only got one thing. So, have you ever heard of the show Limitless? It's on National Geographic. It's about, not about, but it stars Chris Hemsworth, and it's like one of these, it's a reality show, but it's like where he just challenges himself to do like, so one episode he's doing drills with like Navy SEALs. Another one he's climbing the side of a mountain. But anyway, so I like Chris Hemsworth a lot as Thor. I think he's great, and then I just think he's a really funny, obviously good-looking actor. So he started doing this show, and I remember because Joni was telling me about it because he had like in preparing for this show, doctors found out that he had like a heart or something, like where
issue.
It was like, oh fuck, like you got to be careful here. But anyway, that's besides the point. So the new season just dropped, and I don't watch this show, but a thing came across like my Instagram reel or whatever. So his challenge for this one is that he was going to play a song with Ed Sheeran live in front of 70,000 people. Okay. So he had to learn how to play. I think this Talking Out Loud. I guess it's like one of his biggest songs. It's been downloaded like 6 billion times. So anyway, in a band I talked about last week for our favorite international band, Parkway Drive, that drummer is the one who trained, or he was like his teacher for the 2 months. Because I guess they're from the same like village or whatever, or town or whatever in Australia.
Trained him to play the drums?
Well, he was his teacher to learn this Ed Sheeran song.
But what's he doing in the Ed Sheeran song? What's he?
Drums. I'm sorry.
He's playing.
Yes,
drums.
he's actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I said that. My bad.
No, you probably did, but I'm just thinking of golf puns and.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
It's not going well over here.
So anyway, yeah, it's really interesting watching. First of all, Parkway Drive. I mean, like they're a huge metal band. I mean, like they're worldwide, but I mean they're bigger in Australia.
Ever since you said that, I've seen them on so much stuff. Like they're playing here, or just playing
I mean,
here
they're getting
something.
way bigger, and my fandom has kind of dwindled off because like Avenged Sevenfold, I feel like they've turned more just like hard rock. But anyway, so the episode itself though, it was really good because I mean like you got to see like Chris Hemsworth, like this is one of the biggest actors in the world, scared, like nervous, like I'm gonna fuck this up, like all these people are here to see this song, what if I screw it up? And it's like there was like kind of a spotlight on him going to the stage, but they didn't announce it beforehand. So when the song was done, he's like, hey everyone, this is Chris Hemsworth, and it was like that's fucking cool. And like the guy from Parkway Drive too was saying that it's so much harder to play slower songs than faster songs. Just like have you seen that the reel that's going around? Everyone's trying to for the Whitney Houston song for I Will Always Love You, everyone's trying to hit the thing. Yeah. So it's so much of that because in a really funny part, he brought Chris to like practice with Parkway Drive, and it's like one of their big songs. And I mean, the guy's like, he just told him, he's like, okay, you've never heard this song, but play this, and he told him the melody to play, and it's like he was doing it correctly, but just way too fast. And it's like
that's one of the hardest things is timing. I know a lot of people, like myself included, where like you can play faster. Like on a guitar, you could play like let's say 100 beats per minute or whatever, and you're like, okay, this because that's like the area where that's like your sweet spot or whatever. You go, okay, play 40 beats per minute, and then you can't figure. It's almost like you can't figure out the math to do it because it's so much slower than what you would normally do.
See, everything you're saying right now is just like I kind of know what you're talking about, but so for
so
someone
instead
who's
of
not musically inclined,
and that's how you're normally playing, like when you play by yourself, when you do whatever. But then if you're like testing yourself and you're like, and then it goes tit tit tit, and then you're kind of like, you would think it would be easier, but you don't have the rhythm because you're so used to doing it a different way.
Yeah, so just I forgot where the show was at. I don't know if it was in overseas or whatever, but it was still really cool. I mean, just seeing, like I said, genuine like nervousness in this guy, just like I don't want to screw this up, and everything, and he didn't want to let down the the guy from Parkway Drive who's been training him, and he nailed it. Of course, he killed it. It was awesome. It was really fun to see. And then also in that episode, he did like performed with Cirque du Soleil.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was probably even like hard. I mean, like the guy is just like, you're like, you could literally kill someone if you don't do this correctly. So it's a pretty cool show. I don't think I'm gonna really continue it. I mean, like I like him a lot, but having seen Parkway Drive like kind of advertised, I was like, I gotta watch it. So
thumbs up.
Yeah, it was a good episode. Yeah. I and Chris Hemsworth's like seems like such a good dude. I'm sure the show's fine, but I'm just talking about season 2, episode 1. I think it was called Brain Power.
Okay, sounds good.
That's it.
I got 4 of them for you.
Okay.
I got 3 thumbs up and 1 thumbs down. So here we go. Okay. First and foremost, I watched a documentary called Tom Dustin, Portrait of a Comedian.
All right.
This is about a comedian. He started probably around like 2000, 2001. He's friends with Joe List, who's like one of my favorite comedians. Joe List and this guy, they were comedians together at the same time. Joe List has gone on to, he's probably one of the top comedians in the country at some point, or like close to it or whatever. Tom Dustin went on to move to Key West and opened up a comedy club down there. Comedy Club Key West, or Key West Comedy, I don't know what it's called. But he's such an interesting person, and he's got that like obnoxious Boston accent. I say obnoxious because we don't have it. Because it is. Well, we don't have it. If we had it, we'd be like, you have the obnoxious accent. But basically, he's got the Boston accent, but he moved down to Key West and just like wanted to live there because he fell in love with the place. And his way of staying in comedy was opening this comedy club. And so a lot of people go down there, Ari Shaffir and Bert Kreischer and all these people. They show all these guys, Sam Talent, they all go down there because it's a cool place to play. It's a cool place to go. You stay for a couple of days. It's kind of like a vacation. And Joe List, this is his friend, but he's like, this guy's the funniest person that I know. He's super interesting. He's crazy. He's got all these crazy stories. So he made this documentary about his friend. This would be like if we made a documentary about Swick, like our dear friend Swick.
Are we doing that?
I think we should.
We should.
But anyway, So I started watching this, and I'm already like I'm a Joe List fan, so I assume I'm gonna like this thing. And I was kind of in the middle. But what I'm trying to do is give a thumbs up or thumbs down and not a thumbs in the middle. I really want to make a stand on these things that we're picking here.
Not be so loose on it.
Yeah, so I watched this documentary and like I was like, okay, whatever, this is fine. Yes, it's funny, it's good, it's entertaining, but it wasn't like blowing my mind or anything. And then you get to the second half of the documentary, and it starts going into more of how this guy like drinks too much, smokes many cigarettes, and should stop.
Yeah.
Joe List talks to him at one point. He's like, if you wanted to stop, he's kind of just like hinting that like help is available if he needs it. The he's like calling himself an alcoholic, like on stage to people. He's like, I know I have a problem, but. And so it kind of takes a sad or like dark turn to this documentary, but it doesn't stay there, right? It's not like uncomfortable sad. Like it gets back to funny, and it doesn't stay as like this is a guy who needs help and whatever. And so eventually they keep going. There is a funny part that involves Jimmy Buffett and whether or not they see somebody on a bike and they're like, that's Jimmy Buffett. We're 100% for sure. But it's Key West, and it's just like a common thing that people do. So there's a good part in the movie with that I'm not going to talk about. But anyway, so the movie went from like kind of just being like, all right, this is about a guy, to kind of like makes you feel a little bit more like emotionally attached because you're like kind of feeling bad for him, but not necessarily, a little bit. But then he's also an asshole, which like we know a lot of people who drink who are assholes, and it's kind of like it takes you on a little bit of a ride the second half of the thing, and then you watch it and it ends up being a good thing. So ultimately, I'm giving it a thumbs up. Like it kind of won me over. It just took a little while for me to like really get interested in more than just like it's a comedian, so it does get a little bit more personal with his story and stuff like that, and so it is kind of funny. And if you can handle Boston accents, then good on you. This is actually only available on punchuplive.com right now. It's an app for like comedians. Basically, a lot of comedians are getting on there because it's not like if you say something on YouTube incorrectly, they'll take your video down. This is like free speech, but it's also not like free speech. They're just like, come on, be normal and whatever. So
Punch Up it's called, you said?
Punch Up Live. Okay. Yeah, it's an app and a website, I think, and whatever. And so like a lot of comedians are getting on there. They put their tour dates. They sell these little videos and stuff like that. So I think I paid $6 for this thing, and well worth it.
So that was still out. Verdict still out, or was that
thumbs up? Thumbs up. It took a while, but thumbs up at the end.
Okay.
Next is a thumbs up for a book. So this is a book called Snippets of Serbia by it says Emma Fick on this. I'm gonna say Filk, but it might be my hand. Oh, Fick, I think. Okay. Maybe Fick. Maybe Goff. Emma Goff. I don't know. Goff, I believe. Emma Fick is who this is, and it's Snippets of Serbia. So this is a book. It's like 200 pages, but the way that she makes these books, she's from Louisiana, this girl, and she found out that like her grandma or great grandma married a Serbian guy, and she moved to Serbia. So her grandma or great grandma, whatever it was, grew up and lived in Serbia. Okay, and this girl is like. She's not Serbian. She has nothing like. This is someone who married into a Serbian, like household. Yeah. Moved to Serbia. Wow. Which is crazy. And so this person who wrote this was like, I want to go to Serbia. I want to see what my grandma saw. I want to like live that life or whatever. And so she was a teacher. She went to Serbia and taught kids how to speak English. Okay. All while like exploring the different parts of Serbia, like north, south, east, west. Yeah. And the way that she makes this book is she also draws. So it's like watercolor drawings almost. And she draws what she is seeing in Serbia. So it's like half book, half drawings, 200 pages, and it's like I read it in like an hour and a half.
Why did you read this though?
So the reason why I read this was when my niece was here a couple months ago. This was a present that she brought me. It was just this book. And I was like, "Oh, cool." And I would just leave it around, and then I would look at a couple pages, and I'd be like, "Oh, it's funny. They talk about chevops, which meat and whatever. Oh, here's what a grandma looks like in Serbia, whatever it is." And then you put it down and you go on with your day. And then later on, you're like, "Oh, let me look at this thing." And you read a couple pages.
Section?
No, hopefully in the second one they detail the music a little bit better. So it's kind of like interesting. But I never like sat down to read it from the beginning. So I just go, oh, let me start from the beginning. Let me just read this. I think it's a quick read. I opened it up to the first page, and my niece wrote a note on there that was like...
a little inscription?
Yeah, and it was like, hey, enjoy this book about Serbia. Think of us when you read it. Yeah. It was very nice. It was a very nice little note. And then her son, who's like 6, wrote his name and like a heart. Like, it was just like... Oh, that's super nice, and it's crazy that...
She's probably been waiting for you to be
that's
like,
what
thank
I'm
you
saying.
For this.
It's been 4 months, and I haven't noticed
what
it.
A dick.
So I texted her, and I explained to her, I'm like, literally, I've picked this book up many times. It's just I always kind of like open it and look at a couple pictures and put it down, and then later I'll make sure I read a different part of it. And so I explained it to her, and she was like, it makes sense that you would read a book from the back to the beginning. The front. She's just like mocking me a little bit. Like, all right, whatever. So I read the book, and I loved it because it was like, the person was writing, it's not just a book about Serbia, it's like this person's experiences in Serbia. And so she's like, every restaurant you go to, there's like holes in the tablecloth because everybody smokes there, right? So like my mom doesn't like hearing that because she's like, oh, they're speaking ill of Serbian people or whatever. But I'm like, yeah.
It's like, that's a fact.
That's what it is. Like, and so she goes through like all the main things about Serbians in the different areas and whatever. And so it was actually an enjoyable book. And I looked up this person's website to see like if they had more books or whatever. She actually also did a book on Siberia, which I was like, did she go to Siberia first instead of Serbia?
I started immediately trying to think of like play on words like, snippets of Serbia. It's just like, what, sections of Siberia?
Yeah.
Like,
well, I think she did I don't know if it was Snippets of Siberia, but she did a book on Siberia as well. So
Pieces of Poland.
Whatever that means, I thought it was really good and interesting. And obviously, if you're Serbian, it's better to read. But it was pretty good and an interesting way to do a book. Then I've got a thumbs down.
All right.
Have you ever seen the movie? Let me see if you can guess it.
All right, okay.
This has got to be an early 90s, maybe a late 80s movie.
All right, it's right up my alley.
Its main characters are a rap group.
Okay.
They play not doctors, but like people who watch over old people. What are those things called?
Like
an orderly.
Yeah, there you go.
This movie's called Disorderlies.
Okay.
And it features the Fat Boys.
Oh, no, I have not seen it. Unfortunately.
This movie was so bad. It was bad.
And why'd you watch this? Just
Megan.
Okay.
This was Megan's decision.
All right.
Now, we had both seen this on
Disorderlies.
Tubi, I want to say, like many times when you're going through and you see something and you're like, oh, man. And this might be one of those things that it's so bad that you just want to check it out for a little while just to see how bad it is.
Okay.
But they're bad actors. It's the Fat Boys. Randomly, they like break out into song and they're like, because it's like that type of like music at the time. They do a lot of like, like them personally making the noises. And it was pretty bad. I love dumb movies.
Well, do you remember that movie Who's the Man with Dennis Leary, and it had Dr. Dre and Ed Lover? Yeah, but I don't know Dr. Dre the rapper, Dr. Dre the host, but yeah, that's what it's reminding me of.
That might be like Titanic compared to this. Like I will have to watch that as well. And like Studio, what's that one? Car 54, Where Are You?
Oh yeah,
something like that.
There was also Fear of a Black Hat. and then there was also CB4.
Okay.
These were like movies based on like NWA and like gangster rappers.
We almost also watched Don't Be a Menace.
Yeah.
Is that one
Don't
of
Be
those?
a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
Yeah.
That's a spoof.
Yeah. That's the one that we were
It's
gonna
Wayans
watch.
Brothers. It's great. It's awesome.
Sounds way better than Disorderlies. No offense to the Fat Boys. I don't know if the Fat Boys are still around. I don't know if they're watching this podcast. But this was rough. But it does make me feel like me and you can create custodians or, you know.
We got a shot.
Yeah. Like, they took a chance. I'm glad they did it.
So-
there are parts that make you laugh. But there is a car scene in this movie. They're arrested and they're put in the back of a car. And then there's a hanger in the back of the car, and they undo the hanger.
Of course there is.
It goes underneath the seat, and then they hit the brakes. So this slams, the police
Nice.
get into it. Whatever
With
it is.
one of those really strong hangers.
Yes.
That when it's undone is.
And then, to get away, they like flip it in reverse, and then go hit the
God.
gas. It's bad. And Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick is in this movie for some reason. It's a rough movie.
Is he playing himself? Like, was he called out in the movie, or were you like, holy shit, that's
No,
Rick Nielsen?
but he's wearing a Cheap Trick
Okay.
shirt, and it looks like him. They like
Gotcha.
pull him out of a car and like throw him to the side, and I was like, that's the best cameo that you
Wow.
could do. But yeah, it's a rough one. But yeah, you know, if you want to watch a bad thing,
Disorderlies.
yeah,
All right.
Disorderlies. And then in the vein of Disorderlies was I guess not in the vein of Disorderlies. This was another late 80s, early 90s movie featuring two NBC sitcom stars.
Okay.
I will use the word stars. John Larroquette and Kirstie Alley.
Yes, Madhouse.
Madhouse.
Fuck yeah. They
Okay.
refuse to jiggle the handle.
Okay.
I have not seen that movie in probably 20 years, but I remember it pretty well.
So Megan said she remembers this being a good movie, and I said I love these two people,
Yeah.
so I'm all in on watching this. And we started watching this movie, and halfway through this movie, I was like, "This is the worst movie."
Yeah, I don't remember it being great, but I remember a lot of like the beats.
This movie makes Disorderlies look like
Okay.
Titanic, is what I was thinking.
And now was this another just Megan like, hey, have you seen this? Let's watch it.
She brought this movie up like years ago, and we always say we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it. Last night we actually sat
Okay.
down and we watched it. After about halfway in the movie, and my disappointment because I haven't laughed once.
Yeah.
Then the movie got good
Is it? I'm sorry. Is that where the cat keeps dying too?
and
Yeah,
comes back to
yep.
life. Yeah, and then at one point the cat is on cocaine.
Yep.
And then it dies.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
it
there's
comes
the
back to
one.
life.
Doesn't it get like electrocuted under the couch or something? And there's like an imprint that goes into the floor. I think. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one, but it does
Okay.
die like 4 or 5
I know. I think it
times.
actually dies 9 times, like a cat.
No, because
not that many?
It comes back, and then John Larroquette says something like, "Well, you have like 4 lives left,"
Okay,
or whatever
gotcha,
it is.
gotcha.
So,
Alright.
but yeah, it's a movie about like basically family keeps
Yeah.
coming and staying with
Yep.
them to the point where like they're
taking
they've
advantage.
yeah,
The one needs the whole bedroom for her, and then you find out she's not even hurt.
yeah, exactly, or pregnant, and they're there for like 2 months.
Isn't there a Lotus in that movie?
There
the
is a
car. He's
car,
like the
yeah.
Lotus. Yeah.
A guy
Dude,
explodes in the Lotus,
Yes,
and then they
isn't
show him, and he's just like black, and his hair is up like this.
Well, that
or
was like the
whatever.
little kid that was like hiding in the couch at the end of the movie, right?
Yeah,
That's.
yep.
I always thought that was a creepy scene when he emerges from the couch, and I was
Yeah.
just like, ugh.
And he's got a knife, and he's
Yeah.
like ready to stab. Yeah, so the movie gets more exciting
Yeah.
halfway from there on out or whatever. And I love John Larroquette. I love Kirstie Alley. So it's a great movie. It was starting as a down.
Okay.
It won me over. Thumbs up, Madhouse. Just give it a little bit of time, and then you can watch this. It's bad. It's funny. It's better than
Yeah,
Disorderlies.
he does he take a sledgehammer to the toilet at the end finally?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. No spoilers, but yes.
If you haven't seen it, I mean, you don't need to. We just told you about it.
And so that is it for the thumbs up, thumbs down portion of this podcast. So let's head over to our, it's got to be vanilla, but it's got to be done, our top 3 Jean Claude Van Damme movies of all time. We are not doing bottom 3 because there's no such thing.
I got a couple.
What?
I had to. Yeah. Okay.
All right, you're making enemies, not me,
Yeah,
buddy.
your funeral. Buddy.
Yeah. You want me to start off?
Sure.
I'll start off with my number 3. I'm going with a movie. I'm just going to say one word, and you can tell me which one it is. Hockey.
Okay. It's sudden death.
Sudden death. This is a movie.
Threat level midnight.
Don't know if it's good or not. It's 1995, but this was right in the wheelhouse of me watching JCVD movies when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was the right age. This was on VHS. We had it. We watched it a million times.
Okay.
At that time, I started dabbling in watching hockey, but I wasn't really a hockey fan. But it was. I thought it was a very good movie back then, and I think I recently watched at least a little bit of it, and I was like, this is enough.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm putting it at my top 3. Now, me and you discussed this earlier. I can't tell you the plot of any of these.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way, which is my number 3, Hard Target.
Okay.
I think what stood out to me in this one was I think he has a mullet in this one. And also when he punches a rattlesnake in the face.
All right.
It's fantastic.
Okay,
yeah.
I have a new number 3.
Yeah, they're in the middle of like a forest or whatever. And it's just like right in front of him. And it's just like a bah!
I don't know that I've seen this one.
Yeah. I think he's like framed or something. Yeah. I don't know.
Don't explain it.
Number 2 and 1 I can explain a lot better.
Okay.
But, yeah.
All right. Do you happen to know like when that was? Like
94, 95.
Okay, so
he had a stretch like in the mid 90s where it's like like I said, there was
gold.
Double Impact where he had a twin. There was the one
all
with
right,
Dennis
let's
Rodman.
go.
Jeez. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Your number 2 is Double Impact.
No, but it is my first potent notable.
Okay.
Double Impact, 1991.
Yep.
My number 2 is Kickboxer.
Okay.
1989.
Yep.
This was a crazy movie. This was the one where they dipped the hands in glass.
Yeah, is this the Kumite one?
No.
Nope.
Although they're all like technically Kumite.
Yeah.
I always confuse Kickboxer 1 and 2 because 2 had Sasha Mitchell, right?
Yep.
And 1 had Jean Claude Van Damme, where he's fighting the dude who looks like the Mortal Kombat guy. He's got like a
it's Tong Po, I
Tong
think,
Po.
right?
Yeah, he's bald and he's got like the ponytail type thing.
Yeah, kind of like Goro. Is that what?
Yeah,
there you go.
Yep. And it's just super interesting movie. And yeah, I mean, there's not much to say about each one of
like
these
underground
movies.
fighting tournaments.
Yeah. This movie's about underground fighting.
Nice. Tournaments?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. All right, so my number 2 actually steps away from him fighting, and it's Universal Soldier.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, fighting in a different way, obviously. He is a cyborg brought back from the dead, whatever. This was one of the ones, I can't remember if we had it on VHS or one of our friends did, but I remember this one. Dolph Lundgren as the villain was fantastic, and he was just like a psychotic, like one of those, like Brando from Apocalypse Now, like one of those guys that can't get out of war mode.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I say fantastic way too much. Fantastic. But I will always love the line with Dolph Lundgren where he holds up the necklace full of ears and is like, I'm all ears. It's awesome. But yeah,
that's right up your alley.
Yeah, in Universal Soldier 2, though, I just them having to cool down. So like the part with him in the tub with all the ice bags and everything. And yeah, it's just an awesome movie. When I say jump, you say how high, as Lundgren's like kicking his ass because he's like super powered.
There is a on Pluto, the greatest app on earth, there is a channel that just shows like action movies.
Okay.
And I've fallen asleep.
Is it Action Movie Hub? Because there's one that I've come across. Okay, doesn't matter.
But they've showed this movie like so many times while I'm going to sleep, and I go, oh, I don't remember Universal Soldier too much, so I'm gonna like watch this as I fall asleep.
Okay.
And after 10 minutes I fall asleep, and then I never watch Universal Soldier. But I've seen it. It's just been so long that I don't remember it.
Like,
but when you said Dolph Lundgren, I was like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 of them, and I know he eventually got back to that franchise, so it's like, things aren't looking good.
My number 1, it's got to be your number 1.
I guarantee you it's not, because I know what yours is.
Wow, yeah. I mean, I don't know how you choose anything besides Bloodsport. It's the greatest movie of all time. I've got the Funko Pop right up there.
Yeah, you've got...
I've got all kinds of stuff over here. Let me show you something right here, if I can find it. You keep talking.
You had a JCVD doing the air kick somewhere, didn't you? No? Maybe not?
I don't think so.
Yeah, well, anyway. Yeah, Bloodsport's the Kumite. And is that also the one with Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds?
Damn right.
Hell yeah. Douglas Podolowski or whatever his name is.
I recently moved a bunch of... Oh, here it is. I moved a bunch of stuff. Look at this. Dim Mak.
Wow.
The Death Touch. That has nothing to do with Bloodsport.
Yeah.
It's not a Bloodsport thing, but it is like a an ad for something that would teach you the death touch, which is part of the blood sport.
Yeah.
Dimak. There's a billion quotes from this movie. We cannot, in this household, watch the movie because it's just me reciting every single line over and over again. To me, it's arguably the greatest movie of all time.
So with that and Kickboxer, what's the one with the brother that gets paralyzed and then he's fighting for him?
I mean, is that Kickboxer?
I think it's
Kickboxer.
Kickboxer.
A different one. It's not Bloodsport.
In Bloodsport, Ogre gets his ass kicked and he kind of fights for him.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, towards the end. He's also fighting for his Shidoshi's son. Like was killed. That's the kid who gets beat up at school.
Okay.
And then it's like a flashback, and there's a kid in the background wearing a Bartles and James shirt, so it couldn't have been a flashback because like it didn't exist.
That company
at the time.
wasn't around yet.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
But basically, the son is killed or whatever, and so he fights for the honor of his trainer, but he's a white guy, so they look at him and they're like, "You can't be trained by him because you're a white guy." And then he goes through and Paco's in the movie. Come on, it's the greatest movie possibly of all time.
It can't be because my number one is Cyborg. Have you seen Cyborg?
It's been a while.
I think this was the first one where he did the splits, like the actually like elevated splits, and then he actually stabs a guy. But this is a post-apocalyptic movie, and actually I don't know if you knew this. This was a scrapped He-Man Masters of the Universe sequel.
Wow.
So do you remember when that, speaking of Dolph Lundgren?
Yeah.
So that's what, if you watch the movie Cyborg, the costumes are like almost identical to He-Man.
Wow.
Yeah, because they were going to make another one and then they ran out of money and they're like, fuck it. So they made this movie called Cyborg. And Van Damme, I mean, the acting is absolutely at its worst. And this came up because another podcast I listened to, one of the guys was talking about how he watched this movie and he's like, oh my God, it's so fucking bad. And I'm like, like my heart started hurting because like my brother and I actually, all right, so Van Damme is like a cyborg, you know, and he's trying to protect this woman. It's post-apocalyptic, and there's this band of pirates that's going around just like pillaging, killing everyone. We had like our favorite pirates it would be like, I'm that guy, and then Rob was the other dude with the like. And I remember who they were, and like the fight at the end between him and Fender, I think is the guy's name, who was one of the bad guys from Point Break. By the way, he's got really nice blue eyes. But yeah, Cyborg, I fucking love that movie. Probably seen that more than any other Van Damme movie. He also like kicks down like a phone pole using his heel because he's like put up there like a Jesus, like on a cross, crucified basically, and kicks it down with his heel. Luckily, doesn't fall on him, you know, like that way.
I'm gonna watch it. I think I'm gonna watch it maybe this week.
I don't expect you to come back and be like, you know what, man, it sucks.
Well, it's not gonna be my number one.
It sucks, but I mean, it's like it's an awesome like. It has a special place in my heart.
Due to this episode, I'm interested in just watching as many JCVD movies now.
Okay.
Because there's so many of them still. One of his movies came out like 10 years ago, A Pound of Flesh.
Okay.
Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
Maybe.
It's on like Amazon Prime, and it has been forever. And I've fallen asleep to that one so many times. And it actually looks pretty good, but it's like a more recent movie.
Okay.
But I've never finished it because I always like fall asleep. I sleep too well. That's my problem.
I guess so, man. I don't sleep at all. So why don't you do your potent notables and I'll do my worsts?
I will. I do have to say, when I moved into this house, our dear friend Pete, Pete, he gave me a Blu-ray that had like 8 JCVD movies on it.
That's like the Walmart bin.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And I don't have a Blu-ray player, so I never was able to watch it. But I kept this thing.
You had a PS4, right? Doesn't that work?
This was like PS1 territory.
Okay.
This
Gotcha.
10 years ago, whenever that was.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, Blu-rays were...
I know.
All right,
I know you're factually correct,
yes.
but I'm trying to say...
Come on.
I didn't know or whatever. So I had this DVD forever, and then after many years, Pete was like, "Hey man, can you please give me back that?" Because he's the biggest JCVD.
He's been fucking hunkering for some JCVD.
He's like, "I've been trying to watch Time Cop on Blu-ray, and you have it, and you haven't given it back, and you're not a good friend." And I'm like, "I know, Pete. It's a Serbian thing. You shouldn't trust us." And that's about it. But eventually, he goes, "Okay, well, at least do this for me. There's a code on the inside that you can give me that I can download it and watch it." That's how much he loves JCVD.
Yeah.
I had to give him the code.
Wow.
Even though he lived a block away, I didn't take it to him out of embarrassment because I've had it for so long.
Yeah.
And then, I love Pete and I miss Pete.
Oh, yeah, me
dearly.
too.
Potent Notables, I had Double Impact. I had Universal Soldier on there, but I was going to tell the story of me falling asleep to it all the time.
Yeah.
And Time Cop is also on there. That's about it for me.
Okay. 2 terrible Van Damme movies, or at least characters, whatever. The Expendables 2. Those movies just all suck.
Never
They're
saw
all
any
stupid.
of them. Never
so
saw them.
I was so excited about all those actors getting together, and they just made terrible movies. So he's the bad guy in the second one.
It felt like it was always going to be bad, and I don't think I wanted to give it a chance.
It was another thing too, where it went from like Police Academy R to PG-13 to where it's like, come on. And then Street Fighter is notoriously bad, and he's awful as Guile in that. That movie just sucks, and it's a shame that they haven't made a better one.
Yeah.
Like Mortal Kombat is at least trying.
They're making one now, though.
Yeah, it's more. Yeah, they're like, wait, Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat?
Street Fighter, yeah. It features a lot of wrestlers in it. Like,
okay.
Maybe Cody Rhodes is going to be Guile, and Kenny Omega's in like all these.
If they do it right, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I mean, they made Dave Bautista interesting in the Marvel movies.
Well, if Cody
so.
Rhodes is in it, it'll be a solid C+.
Oh! I don't know if that's a wrestling reference or not. I don't get it.
Nah, I just think he's kind of bland.
Gotcha. All right.
All right, that's it then. We will be picking our topic here for next week's episode. Goff, you need to bash my TV here.
I'm going to guide it down this time, and we can see Namor the Handsome.
Pandor the Beautiful. There he is.
All right.
This week's
Okay.
episode.
I'm not
Next week's
opposed to
episode.
doing this one, but I'm going to let you go ahead and call it out because I call it out every week.
Oh, yeah. Top 3 gays. That's right.
That's
our
right.
top 3 gay people. Now, do we do a bottom 3? Because that's also a funny play on
I mean,
words.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, but anyway.
But yeah, I mean, we should.
Tops and bottoms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Next week, gays. See you there.
Later.